I'm doing a quick video. I got a request to talk about relationships. That's a little bit of a tricky subject because everyone's relationship is different. If you are having relationship problems, I would just break it down and work on you, the individual person, because we have to remember as people, as embodiment of love, of energy, that how we're feeling, we transfer that feeling onto others. And if we're more consciously aware of the energy that we are putting into our bodies, which is basically stems down to the music we listen to, the words that we program ourselves to believe to generate this reality of realness. Now, when it comes to relationships, you're dealing with two people who are giving people energy. And when it comes to relationships, you just have to know what you and your level of patience is. But if you still don't have that level of awareness to give to someone else, it is not fair for you to basically waste other people's time. If you're not able to give relationship or to give a relationship, give your all to a commitment, then you're wasting your time. What we have to remember about our souls is that about our inner light, our divinity, is that everything that we speak comes back to us. That means also everything we manifest is love, is energy. Whatever we give out, we give back in. And if you continue to give out all of your light, you will burn yourself out. And it's just that simple. You don't want to burn yourself out to anybody's problems, anyone's circumstances or situations, especially when they're not thinking about you in a sense to where they're caring about your well-being, your mental state, your physical state. If they're always pressing you on, you need to do this, you need to do that, if you have one of those relationships, then that means that spark is gone. We have to remember that, we're all here under free will. We're not here. And if we raise the higher vibrational senses within ourselves, within what we see the world and how we perceive the world, then we can get a better understanding of how we work. And to me, it's like we're solar batteries, whatever we pull out and put out into the universe, we do get back. But if you are in a relationship where a lot of people don't know, I'm just now remembering that a lot of people don't know how their chakras works. And a lot of people don't know that every other chakra is female energy and male energy. So the root chakra, the yellow chakra, the solar plexus, the thyroid chakra, and your crown chakra is all female energy. And then the male energy is the orange, which is the sacral, the heart, the green, and the indigo, which is the dark violet bluish. And that's the light that we attract to us. Me being a female, knowing who I am, I know who I am. But if I do find a man, or he finds me, how that would work would be, he has to be strong in his orange. He has to be strong in his heart to be able to give and to feed me and my energy, because he has laid his seed in my root, so to speak. And whatever I'm giving him from my root, it goes with his chakras, with his, it just goes together like clockwork, like a puzzle. And if one of those chakras are not being met in their relationship, being female or male, then that male is going to go somewhere else, just like that female is going to start looking for someone else. We start looking at this as like positive and negative components, women being the negative component. Not saying that we are negative people. It's just that we're the negative circuit that runs on this energy that needs positive and negative to coincide. to be together, to link together, to work, to generate this atomic energy that we always hear about finding your twin flame, finding that spark, that same soul light energy that's, you know, within you, that only that other person can feel within you. It's like finding your soulmate for the first time, you know, just meeting him or meeting her, and it's just this spark that you guys will feel. And that spark, that's like that connection that, you know, that connection that only you two can feel. It's like a circuit, like zoop. It's like that. And that's how we work, because we are frequency. We vibrate off frequency. That's our feeling. That's the source of our feelings. That's the source of our energy. So if we understood a little bit more about science, and then understand the science in relationships, then I think it'll be a little bit more easier for ones to understand that if someone is not giving you love and light as you give out love and light, then that needs to be a conversation that you two definitely need to have, because the longer you stay in that unhappy relationship where you continue to give life and that person continues to give you death, then I will reiterate this to a science experiment that me and my daughter has done. It's the water experiment. And it's just to show you the level of vibrational and frequency, and how frequency is actually captured and then transformed through the level of feeling good or feeling bad. So how to do this experiment, just to see and just to show you your level of consciousness, to show you that this consciousness it's real. It's not just about our physical reality. It's about, you know, the divinity within, which all of us have. It does not matter about our color. It does not matter about what one might knew, like degrees, not discrediting degrees or education. I'm not discrediting any of that. I'm just adding to the spiritual nature, the feeling nature, the energy nature that a lot of, you know, people don't understand about, you know, different tribes, and they might think the tribe is salvage or things like that. And it's not that. It's just that they have a different understanding when it comes to emotional energy, about frequencies and energy, and the mind when creating those energies, those frequencies, those dimensions, you know, those different paradigms as we continue to progress with our days. It's a different understanding to where you can be one with nature, because nature holds this same frequency. So back to the rice experiment, I would think you guys should look up my website, or I'll probably put the links here, but I think I do have a video of it. It's called Kalia's Lessons Rice Experiment, and it's also a book, The Power of Words. And again, what you do is you just take 3 bottles of water, no matter what container it is. And then you put water in it, and then you put rice in it, whatever rice. We just need the rice there because the rice is a grain, and the grain is there to show you your level of frequency, and how water mimicking our soul, and water is a memory cell. So therefore, by water being a memory cell, the vibrational frequencies in which we speak, but through our hearts. So when you are looking at it, because looking at it invokes like focus, and concentration invokes the consciousness of how we all operate. And the fact that you are looking at something and that you are focused on it, those two, you're working. Your power is working. And it's just that simple. And when you start talking and generating, because you are energy, but the motion in which you are literally moving energy throughout your body and out into the universe, into time and space, you are putting out waves of energy, whether it being good or bad. Now, to do this experiment, all you have to do is label the 3 bottles of rice or jars of rice. I love you. One, I hate you. And the other is the neglect one, is the neglect rice. And for 40 days, the significance number for 40, 4 is 40 days. The number 4 is a high vibrational energy, but it's one to teach us about ourselves. It's one to teach us about how we think, things that are changing, that are coming into our lives that we need to really pay attention to and focus to. So I'm going to give you that so that you can understand the symbolic meaning between the number 4 and your words in which you speak. So you look at it, the rice, the first rice, that I love you rice, and with conviction, what you say is I love you, like loving tones. Just, it doesn't have to be I love you, but love is the strongest word. It is life. It is the crystalline energy, of course. So with the words, and you really have to believe, just feel that energy of love. Pull that energy from your root and just pull it up and just say, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, about 8 times. And the second one, you do that exact same energy, pulling that energy from your root, but really switching your energy, your frequency. And, whatever pissed you off or made you upset, even with my 2 children, with the baby, the Halloween baby, I have a Halloween baby and a Christmas baby. But with the Halloween baby, so that she wouldn't get so upset at her older sister because she wants to be, the same age as her. She don't want to be a little kid, things that little kids go through. But instead of her yelling it, I'm teaching her to talk to the rice. And instead of telling Kalia that, with all those harsh tones, those low frequencies, how about you tell that rice whatever you want to tell Kalia? And then the rice changes to I hate you rice. And then that was the blessing there, because she saw that her own words, I guess between day 9 and day 10, you actually start seeing the rice actually rot in the I hate you rice. So that was a very good lesson for the youngest baby, my youngest baby, to learn from, And then there's the neglected rice. And all you do is just look at it and walk away. You don't say anything to it. You just look at it. Don't give it any energy, no force of motion. And then you just walk away. And then at the end of the video that me and my kids did, well, me and my daughter, my oldest daughter, Kalia, who my books are after we did it, she just said, not Christmas, she's a Christmas baby. She's like, and that's why you have to be careful on how you talk to your kids. If you're, and not neglect your kids. And, it was just something from the heart, but it was just spot on. And that right there just kind of raised a different vibrational wave in me that, like, whoa. We need to share this with the world, especially kids in our likeness, kids in the inner city communities that are not being taught, period. And it's not that we should keep blaming their parents and parents and parents. This is generational curses of basically of the same fragile thinking. And we're not passing it on to our youth. So us coming up with this concept, the books of Kalia's lessons, is literally just to show your consciousness with the kids. So, it's just something that, for a family, it'll help a family get closer, because this is what me and my kids, this is what we live off of. This is what we thrive off of. And it's just teaching others, how we are so calm as a family. How come we don't have the same desires as other families? And it's not that I'm just doing something weird with them. My secret is that they're not allowed to watch television, only to the point to where they're creating their television. So therefore, parents can do this just to create mindfulness in the household, because independent thinking for children is not common like it was back in our time. So with that much being said, go to Amazon, they have the cheapest, things that are affordable, that if kids might happen to break it, it won't hurt your pockets that much, you know what I mean? But for my children, getting them a guitar, getting them computers, getting them things for directors, getting them cameras, you know, having their own photo shoot, just a lot of innovative things created them, or Kalia wanting to be a teacher, or to at least teach our children's books to a wider demographic, which is the children. I had an idea to at least promote the books for the shelter, because I am an ambassador for a shelter, but I like to read and give, and this is what I wanted to give them. But Kalia thought it would be a great idea if she would teach it when it's time for her to do kid rap session, because you know, she is a leader in her own right, and I'm just helping her through it, helping her through her journey, and it's an amazing one. So the rice experiment is another good one for you guys to learn about. It's a Dr. Emoto's experiment. Rest in peace, Dr. Emoto. He died a couple of years ago, but your lessons are still going to be continued. I'm going to make sure of that, you know. But anyway, namaste, everyone. Thank you. If you have any more questions, let me know about relationships.